If you're a gardener, you already know what zone you live in, but do you know what heat zone you live in? Because that's two different things. Let's talk about them. Now, I've made quite a few videos about USDA cold hardiness zones and the shortcomings that it has because it only talks about cold weather. Now, that's where this new map comes in, and that is the heat zone map. Now, I say new map because this is actually a new tool that's different than the one that was developed back in the 1990s by AHS. That is the American Horticultural Society, and for whatever reason, that map just never really took off and became popular. But now there is a new version of this map that was just developed by SGI, which is Sustainable Gardening Initiative. And they've actually compiled a lot of weather data from the US Forest Service to make this really nice interactive map that is a great tool for helping both growers and homeowners at selecting which plants are going to work for their area. So what they've done is they've broken the map down by the amount of days in any given calendar year that the temperature hits 86 degrees or warmer. Now, why 86 degrees? That's because it is actually the temperature where for many plants, it actually costs them more energy to photosynthesize than they actually get from the sun when it's that hot. So yeah, unless those are heat adapted plants, for a lot of plants, it's going to be metabolically expensive to operate when that temperature gets above 86 degrees. Now, this is actually super useful to people when they wonder why, hey, this plant says it grows in my zone, referring to the cold hardiness zone, but that plant actually struggles or does not survive in their region. So you can actually look this up. It's an interactive map and see what heat zone you fall into. For example, here in Wichita Falls, Texas, we are in heat zone 10, even though our cold hardiness zone is zone 7 or zone 8, depending on which map you look at. And that helps explain to some people why a plant such as something like a blue spruce can technically survive in a zone 7 when we're talking about cold hardiness, but when we look at the heat zone map, they definitely cannot survive a zone 10 on the heat zone. So definitely get on here, look and see where you fall when it comes to the heat zone. And then you can also use this in Google or in your AI service like ChatGPT to find out if these plants will survive not only in your cold hardiness zone, but your heat zone. Now, obviously, this is not an all-encompassing or a perfect system to find out if a plant will do well in your area, but it definitely is another tool that can help you be a more successful gardener.